Hi, this is Jeremy here with social media, and we're talking with Dale. What is your official title here at Answers in Genesis in the Creation Museum?
Well, first, there's my eyes. I have sensitive eyes, so I'll keep my glasses on. My title is grounds. I'm over the grounds, the horticulture manager. So basically everything outside.
So, if you did not know, at the Creation Museum, we have a spectacular botanical garden here that guests can walk through. It's very beautiful, and we're here today to talk about fall. You can see leaves on the trees that are changing color, and maybe some leaves that have dropped. And then also, we're here to talk about Christmas Town. We're transitioning from fall to Christmas Town. And as you may have seen in our title, Falling in Love with Christmas Town is kind of a pun. I didn't come up with it, my social media team did, and I went with it. So anyway, so what are some of the things you can tell us about fall, and what can people expect when they come right now, and some of the things they can see? Just talk about that.
Well, this year is the first year. Will be my sixth winter. Right now, we still have a lot of annuals that are out there. We've had an extremely warm, unusually warm year, so we have impatiens, and a lot of our floral annual display is still here. So those usually go away on the first frost, which we have not had yet. So the transition into winter, a lot of perennials and things get cut back. So we still have a lot here right now, and you can see some of the foliage changing and the trees and things like that, and yeah, so the leaves fall, we pick them up.
Cool. Well, let's walk and talk and see some of the things that we're talking about here. So as we're walking, we might even get a glimpse of some of the lights that you're preparing for Christmas
Yeah.
Town. So how long does it take to prepare for Christmas Town? Like, when do you start? And I already noticed a lot of lights have gone up
Yeah.
already.
Well, it's a big job. There's a lot that we do, but we still have to take care of everything else at the same time. So it's about a 3-month long process that we go through. And there's some things that we can do in preparation for that you won't see out here. And then all of a sudden you'll see a lot of things. So you can see up on the hill, we already have some trees. And it's kind of early. I mean, it's the beginning of November, but if we don't start now, we won't get it all done because there's so much.
Sure. So yeah, if you look over to our left here, you can already see some of the lights on the trees, and then even this dinosaur here that's lit up when you come to Christmas Town. Now, Christmas Town is in the second half of December. That's when you can.
Sorry, I was just wanting to point this tree out. You wanted to know some of the transition.
Sure.
This is the kind of color that you get in the fall. This is a Nyssa sylvatica. It's a black gum tree. So you can see the orange and the red and all these different vibrant colors as we transition in this area. We're in 6A. We're in zone 6A. So if you're watching from a more southern, you won't see this kind of thing transition because it stays warm. If you're northern, you may have already experienced it.
That's cool. Yeah, thank you for that. So yeah, as I was saying, Christmas Town is in the second half of December, and it's entirely free to come.
Free event.
Yeah, free event, and it involves a live nativity, and that you can see. Take a lot of good picture opportunities there. But in addition, we have lights, lots of lights that you can come see. Very beautiful, very high quality. I know. Ken Ham often says that they have a lot of light displays throughout the community here, and Creation Museum really has one of the best high quality light displays. I mean, it's really well done, and your team puts a lot of work.
Yeah, we do. It's definitely not a solo event. We have a number of people that are helping, but we have a lot of attention to detail. Every little thing really makes the biggest difference in the world. So we look at every little thing versus just a mass light somewhere. We actually every little detail. You'll see a tree up here that we have to hand wrap every year, branch wrap every year. Just detail makes the biggest difference in the world.
Sure.
More than volume.
Now we're walking, for those of you who are joining us, we're walking through the Creation Museum Botanical Gardens, and we're just kind of giving you a sneak preview of what it's like here at fall, and then also just showing you some of the lights that are going up, and they're not going to be turned on, but just some of the things that you can expect when you come to Christmas Town in the last half of December.
Yeah, so I was mentioning before the unseasonably warm temperatures. These are impatiens, which by now would typically are not here. So first freeze, these are gone. So it gives you an idea. We've had some really, really warm temps. So the tree right here to your right, that's one tree. That just gives you a little bit of an idea how many lights we put on one tree. That's a lot of time and a lot of lights and a lot of work. But at night it glows. So, and there's a number of those. We have guys up in process.
I mean, I can just see the attention to detail with these lights going up on these trees. It's not like they just slap them on there and just kind of string them along.
No,
They really focus on the detail.
So you're walking through, this is the butterfly garden. It's not an aviary, but most of the plants in here attract butterflies. There's butterfly bush and a lot of other things that they like, abelia. So in the summer, if you just walk slowly, typically you can see butterflies. And we have some people actually installing lights right up here right now in a tree. Gives you an idea of the extent of work that's required. Every branch. Say hello, Willow. That's Seth. Willow and Seth are up in the tree.
You can just see the attention to detail here on the branches.
Right, we work on them during the day because we have to, but then we always come in early, usually around 6 o'clock when it's still dark, and I light everything up so I can see if there's a spot missing or if there's more lights needed in a particular area. So we do that on every single display.
So if any of you have any questions, feel free to comment here and we'll answer them here in the video. Whether you have questions about Christmastown or just about the museum or Botanical Gardens, just feel free to comment. Now is the time. We have Dale with us who's oversees the gardens and the Christmastown lights and all that. So we have access to a lot of information from that standpoint.
We can continue walking down the trail and
Sure.
look at some more fall things if you'd like.
I have a question.
Okay.
If like some of the lights go out, do you have to replace the whole
Yes.
line?
Well, it's a string of lights. They're commercial lights, so they tie in to each other one by one. So if one goes out, it's a little different than a residential light where you'll lose like the whole tree. We lose maybe a strand or two, so we can identify quickly where the problem is, and we just go straight there and fix it.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I wondered about that because
Yeah.
we've
We have a lot
decorated
of
a tree, and
Yeah.
the whole string will go out, and you have to replace them all.
So some of the transitioning right now, we're removing some annuals that were in these beds, and there'll be more trees that go in here. The roses still look awesome for fall this time
Sure.
of year. You can see some trees that we wrapped here along the trail. These are golden rain trees. So this is just all really lit up. And new pansies along the trail. Those are our fall color. So typically you wouldn't see a lot of annual color right now. This is the only color that you'd see, but like I said, this year's unusual.
Yeah.
We can go towards the rainforest if you'd like.
Yeah, I've even heard when people kind of walking through the Botanical Gardens that they had no idea we had a rainforest here in the Botanical Gardens.
It's unbelievable if you've not seen it before.
It's just as I'm walking through it, it kind of like the entire environment changes, and it's like I can't see anything other than the rainforest. It's like I'm in a different world. It's really cool what you guys done.
Yeah, and you can see some more of the pink flowers over there. Those are more impatiens. And the rainforest is right behind it. We can go up and down, or we can just go through the grass over here. Which way would you rather go?
Yeah, sure, we can go through the grass. Get a closer look at the plants.
So you see some colors changing on different trees and different plants. And the rainforest is starting to show a little bit of winter coming on, but it's still, this is incredible for November.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We treat these as perennials. I get asked a lot, what do we do in the winter? Well, all of these are cut back just like a perennial, and then we take extra precaution to keep them warm over the winter.
So it's a little dark in here, but I mean, just the fact that it's kind of dark in here, you get an idea of it's just in a rainforest. You know, you're surrounded by plants, covered by plants, and in a rainforest type environment.
So some of the things we leave out during the year that are, they're topiaries, but they're also lit. We don't light them up during the year, but this is a little T-Rex, and there's a really big one right down here that's also lit up and for Christmas time.
Cool. Let's take a look at the big one. And what is this tree right in front of us? I mean, that looks like the
Awesome.
color's really
Look,
starting to come
the
out.
colors are changing. This is a Japanese maple. It's a green leaf Japanese maple. It's happy where it is. Look how big it is. This was planted at a 5-gallon size about 7 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you walk down, you have more bananas. They have plantain, not bananas. They're actually, the fruit is plantain. And then sticking back here,
Oh, sure.
they come back here and it's like, oh. So, of course, all these would be gone, and there'll be more lights. But this is well lit during Christmas time. The last 2 weeks of December is our dates this year for Christmas time, every day.
Yep. Every single day, last 2 weeks of December.
Which is a little bit different. If you've come in the past, we did it on the weekends on December, but this year they changed it, and they thought it would be easier for more people to come if they had some events during the day as well. So it's from the 15th till the end of the year minus Christmas. It's every day.
And if you're making plans, the weekends are probably going to be more busy, so if you can, come during the weekdays.
Yeah.
Those are probably more the opportune times to come.
You want to go back the other way and back towards the koi pond?
Yeah,
I don't know
let's
how
take a
long-
look at the koi pond.
We already have some trees in there. You okay?
So again, we're walking through the rainforest portion of the Botanical Gardens here at the Creation Museum. Just kind of giving you a sneak preview of what it's like, and just the fall transition, and then also what we can expect for Christmas Town.
And we do kind of start sneaking things in as we can. There's another tree that will be there for Christmas Town.
Yep.
So there's a bunch.
Yep.
That's just one that we could fit in there.
So they're starting to even light up in here in the rainforest for Christmas Town as well.
As we get down this way, you'll see up in the trees, we have a couple guys. We'll get in the clearing so you can see. So we put lights all the way up in the trees, and you can see this particular type of light is called a blizzard tube, and the lights, it looks like a rainfall almost, or snowfall, but yeah, it's quite extensive. This is just one. This is the first display for this year, but there's a lot of trees that we put things in. There's a lot of different displays. There's the blizzard tubes. We have other spiral type lights that we put in the trees. We have spheres that we put in the trees. So, and that lift will go pretty much to the top of that tree, and that's where we go.
And you expand Christmas Town every year, so you're
Every year.
you're always doing something a little different.
Yeah, there is some attrition, but for the most part, these are all LED lights. They're low wattage lights, and they last a really long time, which is good for us. So yes, we expand. Every color gets more every year.
Sure.
Sometimes we have different displays that we add. We'll be adding a display down by the gazebo where we started this year. Just some more trees down there, some more color down there. We have a new trail that I just put in for a new parking lot that we're putting in the back. So there's another whole display that's going over there that wasn't here last year. So you might be able to peek in there.
So when you come to either to Christmas Town or the Botanical Gardens during fall, I mean, this is a great opportunity just for pictures, just taking pictures, and there's a lot of opportunity for that too. So make sure to bring your cameras.
Well, right, because people wonder, what is there to see in the fall because the flowers aren't here. Well, look, it's awesome. I mean, the yellow plant that you see right there is a hardy orange. As it changes color, it has yellow and orange and red and all kinds of different neat things in it. The bright red trees that you see, those are Japanese maples. So there's a lot of color in the fall.
And then you also have a lot of features when it comes to little waterfalls or just flowing
Yeah.
water and little creeks or whatever you want to call
There's a
them.
number of water features here. There's main waterfalls that we didn't even talk about. This is a koi pond, so there's a waterfall into the koi pond. And there's a couple birds over there. So there's, yeah, and over here there's a bog. We've turned off, for the winter, we have a mister system, and it makes it feel like you're in a fog when you're in this area. Or the majority of the plants in here are marginal, so they're not in the lake, they're not on dry, they're kind of in between. So, and you can see we've already put some trees out for Christmastown.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so you're already starting for Christmastown even here. And yeah, I've taken pictures in the bog when the fog is going, and even when, you know,
pretty neat.
when the sun isn't just high yet, early in the morning, and you get some good pictures there.
And the yellow flowers over there are zinnias. So some of those things will go away, like I said, on our first freeze.
Our first freeze, when does that usually happen?
2 weeks ago. Yeah, I'm
So
not kidding. It's really unusual, but you know, things change every year. Sometimes it's early, sometimes it's late. Just
Sure.
variations in Mother Nature.
So if you're
Lots
in
of
the
fun.
area, make sure to come out quickly to catch these flowers before we have our first freeze, because it could happen any minute, from what I understand.
Well, yeah, I don't know. So this is the path that I was just mentioning before that goes up to where we're going to be putting a new parking lot in. There's already gravel up there. So we'll have a lot of lights all from here all the way up welcoming people. And so this, you know, I'm pretty sure this area is going to be purple and gold. So what we try to do is we theme different sections rather than just, you know, put up various colors everywhere. So that's the biggest thing, I think, as far as differences from us to somebody else. When you come and look, there's attention to detail and everything is themed.
Sure. And if you've been with us before at Christmastown, you'll notice where you park might be a little different. That's because we're expanding here. We're having a lot more people come to the museum as a result of the Art Encounter opening just maybe 40 minutes south of us in northern Kentucky. Williamstown, Kentucky is where it's located. So if you're coming to Christmastown or even coming during the fall to see the Botanical Gardens, if you haven't seen the Art Encounter yet, Noah's Ark, a life-size Noah's Ark, true to the dimensions on a biblical scale, I'd recommend to come there as well. You can find out more information about the Art Encounter at arkencounter.com, and then for the Creation Museum, you can go to creationmuseum.org, and if you're interested in Christmastown, you can go to creationmuseum.org/Christmas, and we'll make sure to put all those URLs in the comments, so after you watch the video, you can just go straight to the comments, and you'll see the URLs in the comments as well. So is there anything else that maybe you wanted to discuss that we hadn't discussed, or was that pretty well covered?
No, there's just come out. there's too much to actually. Every area has. We could talk in one area for a long time.
Yeah, sure.
So there's the waterfall gardens up in the front, the zip line hill where the dino is right there. There's gardens up there with lots of different flowers and perennials. Up in the circle, that's a fairly new garden as well. There's plants and material along the museum, the face of the museum. So as you're walking around, there's just a lot of different garden areas that we take care of.
Sure.
So, and every one of those areas will have some type of Christmas theme in it. And in addition, there's all the other things that go along with Christmastown that that I'd encourage you to come and see. The Wise Man, he's awesome. Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We also have a wise man who comes and puts on a drama for us as you walk through the gardens. So that's very unique and well done, and has some good biblical content there for you and your family. So the hours recently changed for the museum and also the Art Encounter. So if you're coming, make sure to check the hours on the website. They're up to date, and they just changed on November 1st. So again, as Dale said, just come out. It's pretty exciting here what's happening, and particularly for Christmastown during those 2 weeks, it's going to be very spectacular.
Invite somebody to come with you, because it's a free event. You don't have to pay for them, and maybe they'll get that message planted, that little seed planted in their heart, and draw them to the right direction. So.
Sure. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Well, the reason for Christmastown is really for a witness to the community, really giving that message of our Lord Jesus Christ. So as Dale said, bring a friend, and this is a great opportunity to bring your friends and your family here, and to teach them more about God's Word and what the real meaning for why we even built the Creation Museum in the first place. Thanks again.